Nexus.
All he can really do is put stuff on the battlefield and attack. That's historically not fast enough to get it done against a deck like Simic Nexus. To make matters worse, chase 4 main deck copies of Fog.
Oh yeah.
Which is just a full turn.
Censor.
Ooh, there's one of those.
That is
just one.
Tough. Here's Winding Constrictor. There's a Land of War Elves. Pass that turn back. This is a Growth Spiral. That's a heck of a Magic card. There's got to be a land. There it is in Breeding Pool. Now, Simic Nexus is a deck that knocked out Todd Anderson in the finals of that Magic Online PTQ, the first Pioneer one. Todd made it to the finals undefeated there with Mono Green Devotion and got bushwhacked by Simic Nexus. This deck is very good in certain matchups, and this might be one of them. There's a Supreme Will to take care of the Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Some attacks here on Chase Masters. Chase is going to activate his castle to scry 2, draw a card, play a Fabled Passage. And if he's got Nexus of Fate right now, which he does,
oh my goodness.
Boy. What are we, a Commander game breakout here, folks? Cyclonic Rift?
Oh my god.
Why don't you pick them all up there, Edgar?
A Censor, a Cyclonic Rift, Chase just dunking here left and right. That's awesome.
Chase's life total, I wish I knew it, but it doesn't matter because I don't think he's losing this game.
I still got to find a payoff card. You know, his position's excellent, of course, but it's not over.
Not that hard for this deck to do. We're going to head back over to Chase Masters now. There's a Blast Zone.
Oh, my God.
It's not getting any easier.
Oh.
Well, you said he's got to find a payoff card. Well, the thing is, the castle does a nice job of helping you do that. There's a Supreme Will. That can also help you find an Nexus. He's going to add a card to his hand. Don't have to reveal that one with Supreme Will. There's a search for his Kanta. Time to untap all those lands and pass the turn back. We'll Chase Masters over to Edgar Magalhaes. Nissa, Serpent, Constrictor. Creatures are bigger. Not hard for this deck to do that. We're going to do a little scrying here with the castle. Transform the Searcher's Kanta into his Kanta the Sunken Ruin. You know, that's a card that doesn't get talked about enough in this format. It's a real doozy. There's a Nexus of Fate.
Just a whole lot of busted cards here in Chase's deck. No one else is casting.
Yeah, 4 mana floating.
Fog is just a good hit. These people are not beating the Fog.
No.
There's a lot of people in this tournament who are not beating the Fog.
And now here's the next Kanta activation. Dig Through Time. Okay. Okay, Chase, okay. Activate Searcher's Kanta.
Yeah. How does he actually win?
I don't know. Your opponent gives up. Thing in the Ice, 1. Dude, nice. Let's see. We got any Lumbering Falls in here? 1 Lumbering Falls.
Yep.
1 Thing in the Ice. Dig Through Time. I don't know. Just make your opponent submit. Just can't handle it anymore. There's the Thing in the Ice.
It's hard to watch sped up.
Yeah. Chase Masters going to very easily win game number 1 in what appears to be a really good matchup for him. Up a game over Hardened Scales. Go to the sideboard here for Edgar. He's going to need some interaction. Questing Beast is a way to get it started. Stops the fogs. You've got 2 Golgari Charms. Those blow up enchantments. 3 Hangerback Walkers. Not for this matchup. 3 Thoughtseize. Sure. 3 Fatal Push. Nah. 2 Noxious Grass. Not really. Scavenging Ooze. Maybe.
Golgari Charm and Thoughtseize. Some
right.
interaction.
For Chase Masters and Narset's Reversal, that's something that can copy a Nexus of Fate and then do it himself. Lazatep Plating, 2 Cerulean Drake, 2 Negate, 2 Tireless Tracker, 2 Mystical Dispute, a Swan Song and Return to Nature, a Thing in the Ice, or 2, actually 2 in the sideboard to go along with 1 main deck, and a Spell Pierce.
Seems like a good matchup for Thing in the Ice. You just assume that Edgar will cut his creature removal, and then Thing in the Ice could just be a secondary, maybe even primary win condition.
Those are the options there for both players. We're speeding it up, so game number 2 going to be underway here in just a moment. A pretty easy one there for Chase Masters. Again, this Simic Nexus deck, or at least some version of it, did win the first Pioneer PTQ of all time on Magic Online. Beat Todd Anderson playing Mono Green Devotion in the finals. We'll see if Chase Masters can keep it going. This deck did lose Veil of Summer to the banning, which you have to imagine is a pretty big loss, but not a lot of counter spells out there, so maybe not that much.
No, very, very light. Not a whole lot of Azorius control. You know, your standard smattering of negates and pierces in people's sideboards, but not a lot of counters.
Thoughtseize is a good place to start any game if you're Edgar Magalhaes against a combo deck like what Chase is playing. So there goes a Wilderness Reclamation. Chase will play it face up here for Edgar, make things a little bit easy. An island, and now passing of the turn, walking Ballista off of an Overgrown Tomb and a Hot Shape Oasis is what Edgar will do. And now here's a Winding Constrictor, Llanowar Waste, and pass the turn back. Chase will play a Blast Zone. Doesn't appear to have anything of consequence just yet. So now here's a Vivien. Vivien's going to plus. Put a counter on each creature. This will be an attack here for 7.
I think Chase can take this hit, but he'll be forced to fog next turn.
Vivien in combination with Winding Constrictor and Walking Ballista is a lot. Hardened Scales, oh boy. He might be able to just kill him outside of combat now.
Yeah, so everything is +2, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're done here. And that is the combination that this deck is looking for. One of the things that Hardened Scales can do that some other aggressive decks cannot do is kill you outside of combat with direct damage. So that fog that Chase Masters had in hand was never cast. So Edgar Magalhaes going to tie things up here against Chase Masters. He's on the hunt for a Players' Championship invite, is Edgar. He's put up a great year. 7 open top 8s for him. And he wants to play at that end-of-year tournament where 16 competitors will battle for $50,000. This was Brian Gottlieb's pick to win the tournament. Brian looking pretty smart so far.
Yeah, big match here. Edgar's sideboard came to play that game. Thoughtseize was huge.
Chase Masters going to send that hand back. Edgar will do the same. Remember, the London Mulligan is in play here at SCGCON Winter. A very, very powerful new tool for all decks and all formats. Making mulligans, much less of a burden. So, both these players will take a look at 7 cards once again, see if they're happy with these 7, and then they'll have to put 1 on the bottom of their deck if they are happy. Chase will put 1 on the bottom. Edgar will do the same. It's the Lumbering Falls to get things started. Thoughtseize will reveal a hand of Breeding Pool, Wilderness Reclamation, Thing in the Ice, Supreme Will, and a Florist.
A real test here if Edgar has any creature removal left in the deck, because Thing in the Ice is probably the most threatening card if he doesn't, but the rest of that hand is really good for setting up a combo.
It's another Thoughtseize. Island, Wilderness Reclamation. And now here is a Elvish Mystic. So Edgar has elected not to select Wilderness Reclamation. There it is, untap and pass. Is this going to come back to hurt him? Huh? Here come the beatdowns.
He's got no payoff in hand, and
there's the G-Charm. That answers that. Now, the only thing that Edgar's missing here is his clock is not the fastest.
I don't know. He might be able to, with Hardened Scales, he might be able to get this done over the course of 2 turns. He can be really fast.
There's a Wilderness Reclamation off the top there for Chase. It's on the battlefield now.
Yeah, I mean, this is lethal if he's got nothing.
Well, there's Vivien. And Spell Pierce is not going to counter it. That is a Lumbering Falls that is forced to block. Chase has got to draw a good one right now. I don't know what that good one is. I promise it's not Thing in the Ice, though.
Yeah, that's not it.
Edgar's got to do the math and see if he can kill Thing in the Ice and then kill his opponent. And he can. So Edgar Magalhaes is going to take care of Chase Masters. 2 games.